microphone is on. All right. Should I do a thumbnail? I'll do a thumbnail. Woo! Hi guys, I'm Marley Silva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Whatever. I literally just got out of the shower and I'm totally gonna get into everything, but like before I showered, my hair was so disgusting after a week of not washing it. It felt like after the 30K bike ride with my hair in a ponytail, it was sticking to my back. It was just so disgusting. And now it feels so clean. Like it literally feels so clean. In this video, I'm going to be titling it Family Over Everything. And I'm so excited to get into it. I'm actually going to take my shoes off because I need to touch grass for this moment. But in the shower, it was so good. I like took my time. I washed my hair, washed my body, shaved my legs, shaved my whole body. Washed my face. It just felt so good. I was like lathering my hair so good. And yeah, here we are, you guys. So this video is titled Family Over Everything. Let me get my little note. So this morning, me and my brother went for coffee. I didn't film it because I just didn't think of it and I forgot about it. We were watching the Apple event and we like rushed back home to watch it together in full. So we got coffee from Starbucks. If you guys want to know my order, I get a venti iced latte with 3 shots of blonde espresso, 3 shots of caramel, 3 shots of hazelnut, with whole milk or like 3% milk, and that's everything, with a straw and a flat lid. But yeah, so we went and got a coffee and then we had breakfast together and sat and watched the Apple event. Watching it in full after watching it like clips and brief, I do kind of change my opinion. It still kind of stands. You know, when it comes to the watches, I think they killed it. When it comes to the 16, I think they killed it. AirPods was really cool. I actually watched that today and that was cool. AirPods Max was lame. And then the 16 Pro, I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's not upgradable for me. Like it's not something I'd upgrade to, especially with the new button. Like it's gonna take a year for them to even fix all of the kinks in that. So I will not be upgrading. I'm gonna keep my 14 Pro Max for another year. But yeah, so after coffee and the event, me and Michael biked 30 kilometers. It was so good. Literally, I went home and I wanted to just like edit and be lazy. And I was like, you know what? If I want to shower and be clean, I literally need to be lazy. Not, that didn't come out right. If I want to shower and be clean, I need to be lazy. No, if I want to shower and be clean and go for a bike ride, I need to go biking before I get showered and clean. So we biked 30K. The bugs were so bad. Like the bugs were literally awful. I'll insert clips of us biking right here. Oh my God, a bird just hit the window again. What is happening? Almost crashes. was like 30 degrees. We made it before the train. But you guys, the bugs were so bad. It's literally September 10th and there's like these little black bugs. They were getting in our eyes. I like choked on one on the way back and I just stop and like spit it out and then actually like swallow water. But beyond that, it was extremely enjoyable. It was so hot out. All the leaves are turning like the most beautiful orange color and it's still like 30 degrees. So it's wild, it's gorgeous, and it was just really enjoyable and lovely. I'm gonna put that to voicemail. What the fuck? Anyway, so yeah, the bugs were crazy. Why did I write train? Oh, yes. So we were biking back from where we were going and literally right as we were coming, we heard a train, which never goes to that train stop. So we were like biking it across the tracks and then we stopped and the train went by and I like waved to the train driver and then literally he honked, but I missed the footage because he honked the train and I wasn't filming at that moment in time. But I did film a little bit of the train and it was like enjoyable and nice and cute. And yeah, then we biked back. Literally when we got back to the house, I was like dripping sweat. It was like disgusting. It was so gross. So I went home and I showered and here we are. So yeah, I'll insert the train footage. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'll probably insert it now or I don't know, whatever. But I wanted to do a video titled Family Over Everything because it's crazy how important connection is. And as much as like we want to say like we're independent and self-sufficient and responsible and you know we do everything ourselves, it's so important to have connection. And I think for me at 28 at least, connection has become less about friend groups and I don't know, like work cliques and meaningless sex and relationships. It's become entirely my brother, my dad, my mother, and one close friend. I do have two close friends, but she like totally iced me in August. So I don't know if you consider that a close friend if she's hanging out with all your friends and not inviting you and didn't invite you to her birthday. So do with that information what you will. But for the people that are close in my life and that I do hold really close to my heart, it's been so amazing. Like it's just so nice to have people that understand you like the back of your hand. You can just enjoy your time with them. You don't have to like think about it. You don't have to explain yourself. You can communicate clearly. And it's just one of the most happy things, really. Like me and my brother are extremely close. He's 25 and he's 26 and I'm 28. Oh my God, we're getting so old. And, you know, being able to go for a bike ride or go for coffee together, it's like having a best friend, but it's literally your sibling, and it's just such a blessing. And it makes me so happy that I'm able to, you know, just always have someone to count on and rely on in every moment of my life. It's just such a blessing. So family is just one of those things where, to me, it's become one of the most important things in my life. And touching on that, oh my God, I wrote, if my brother died, I'd be lost. So that's a little morbid. I love how like my videos are all like happy and like crazy. And then I write down something that's like literally like psychotic. But genuinely it is so true. Like if my brother, my dad, or my mom like passed away, and I know everyone's getting older and like life happens and you never know. And that's why you have to like appreciate the moments in time for what they are. But it's just so crazy because with that being said, like you literally never know what could happen. And that's why I hold on to those moments so tightly, because if a freak accident happened or if something happened where one of these people was taken from my life, I don't think I'd ever recover, and I don't think I'd ever be the same. So my God. My neighbors literally came outside mid-take. I'm like trying to be emotional and it's like so uncomfortable. I think the repairman is still there, so awkward. Oh my God, I just got bit by a fucking mosquito. They're literally out so bad. Alright, anyway, I'm just gonna keep filming. I literally don't give a fuck. So, literally would not be a Marley video if there wasn't some bullshit happening. The bugs are getting so bad. But anyway, I don't even know what I was saying because I can't remember. I'm also like so hungry, so I'm like scatterbrained as fuck. But anyway, I think for a large majority of my life, I don't know, not that I didn't value family, but I think as a kid, I actually don't think I've talked about this on my channel, but I guess we're getting into it today, you guys. As a kid, I was literally awful to my dad. I was probably the worst person you could ever be to someone. And the thing is like, I was so awful to him, and he would still pick me up downtown randomly at 4 a.m. or like come pick me up in an alleyway at like 1 in the morning when I was like literally in grade 8. Like, it's just crazy. And like, for me, it's so important and so pivotal and so special because when you have such a strong father figure that's like never wavered, never given up on you, always been amazing to your mother, always treated your mom like a queen, you know, always taking care of you, really. It's so tricky because obviously I look back on my childhood and I feel so much regret and remorse for how I treated him, and I think that will always haunt me in the back of my mind because some of the things I said and did, I knew my parents were healthy, and I knew that they were successful, and I knew that my parents were in love and that they loved us, and I think that gave me more of a reason to just be so hateful and just spew hate and just unleash evil, genuinely. And I don't think I was like an evil person, but I think at that moment in time, I had the capacity to be an awful person to the people that I cared and loved the most. And growing up, like, my parents never showed affection towards each other. They were never like overly affectionate. Like, they would always like laugh and do like little cute things, but they were never like over the top in front of family. They were always so respectful. And as a kid, like, when I look back, it's crazy because it's been so much time since then, and my family's so close, and we've healed so much, and like, we're able to like laugh and joke and be crazy and be silly and be wild in front of each other and just be like healthy and everything that we should be. But it took so much pain and strife and loss for us to get to that point. Like, my dad lost his mom and his dad within 6 months, and a couple years later his brother died, and my mom lost her brother and her dad, and it was just like so much pain, so much loss, so many funerals at such a young age, so much angst and comparison. And you know, I grew up in a really beautiful area. I grew up in a really beautiful schools, beautiful people, upper class, and you know, there's certain attitudes and certain things that like you either have it or you don't, and you either grew up with it and you understand it or you don't. And when I look back at how lucky I am and how lucky I continue to be, like, in my early 20s, if I didn't have my dad not giving up on me, I literally would have been under a bridge on the street, probably addicted to heroin or crack or meth, and a month away from death. Like, I'm not even kidding. And he never gave up on me. He literally never gave up on me. And I think when you have that as like a role model or like a father figure, of seeing that type of man and being so lucky to have that as a dad, when you do decide to heal and when you do decide to go through things that, you know, are awful, or you're stuck, or you just need to go through it to get through it so you can live your life and never do that again. Once I was out of those dark, evil, awful places, I still had my family there, and I'm so lucky for that. And I don't think I would be as level-headed and grounded if I didn't have that, like literally, genuinely. And, you know, relationships change throughout the years, and relationships change as you get older and even when you're younger. But I think that like the principles remain the same, and we've always had love in our family. And I just pinch myself that like we're finally at a place of peace and happiness. And at 28, it's a really, really nice and happy place to be, because for my childhood, like I wasn't like a nice person. I wasn't like the best person to be around, because I had so many walls up and I had so much to figure out on my own. And I had so many pressures to live up to that, like, you know, now I'm able to live up to them. But as a kid, you don't know. How are you supposed to know what you're supposed to do? You're learning that for yourself as you get older. And I'm so eternally grateful to my family. And, you know, sometimes it gets twisted, because there are people out there that like, I can't date you because my family says this, and my family controls me, and my family blah, blah, blah. Like, there's those fucked up weird people out there. My ex. But for the people that are normal and healthy, like for me, I could be dating literally anyone. I could bring them home to my family. My family would love them. They would accept them. They would cook for them. They'd be sweet to them. They would care. Like literally anyone. And I brought so many people home to meet my parents. Oh my gosh. I've traumatized them. But my parents support me regardless of what I do. And they know that I'm going to make my own decisions. And they trust that in the end I'll do what's the best for me. And that is family. That's the luckiest, most genuine place that you can be. Because if you have a family that controls your decisions, controls what you do, you know, is obsessed with your life, doesn't let you live, doesn't let you breathe, you can't talk to them, you can't communicate, you can't tell them the truth, you can't tell them what's going on, that's not family. That's like acquaintances. Like that's how you would treat someone that like you're not even blood with. And for me, like I'm really lucky that like I'm able to have people that are my blood that know everything about me, and we're so close to the point where like I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna do whatever I want anyway, and they're always gonna support me, always, no matter what I do. And it's such a blessing, because I've been in so many relationships, so many, I can think of over 3, where like their mother hated me and they just hated everything about me, and they never accepted me, and they never wanted me to be with him, and they never ever softened up or was respectful to me. And I can't imagine the mindset and the position you would have to be in to see your parents be so awful to someone that you love. And I genuinely think it's a sickness. I think it's an illness. And I think I genuinely, like, I don't have anything else, but like I just feel bad for those types of people. Like I genuinely feel bad for those types of people. And you know, I also feel bad for the people that I had dated, because they had to put up with that, and they also had to, you know, witness their parents just being such awful, evil people. And I'll never understand that, because I am so lucky to have such amazing parents. But, you know, if you have parents like that where like you can't talk to them, and if you're dating someone, they don't accept them or they don't like them, you almost have to have a backbone and stick up for yourself. Because if you're copacetic to the situation and you keep your head down and you don't raise your voice and you don't speak up, you're allowing the behavior, and you're basically saying, okay, well, you don't like them, I'm still going to date them, but I'm going to now carry the weight and the angst of the situation, and it's going to be so much of a burden for you to have to carry. It's going to put strain on your relationship. It's going to give you such bad anxiety when you're navigating life together. And if you are the type of person that's going to accept that and going to put your foot down and actually stand up for the person that you're with, then, you know, you'll thrive and be successful. And that's amazing, and that's beautiful. And your parents will come around, and you'll have to beat them dead until they get it. And if you're not going to do that, you're constantly going to be living under their thumb. And I think that that's just such a sad thing, and I can't relate to it. But I know that there's people out there that have to deal with those situations and that have to put up with things that they don't want or they don't think is right. And, you know, that's your own journey and your own story, and how you want to navigate is totally your prerogative. But I'm so hungry. I'm literally gonna pass out. I wanted to get a couple more minutes in this video because it was not long enough and I just had more inside me that I wanted to say. But on that note, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video and I hope you have a good night. Bye guys. Oh my God, my leg's asleep. Oh.